Hey guys, Justin here coming at you with another unboxing video. This one is in the new 5x5 test tent. Huge tent. And this is an SF7000. A lot of you have been asking for this to be tested. It is finally the day to get to crack this sucker open, see what it's all about, and see if it can actually work a 5x5. They claim that it will. Let's test it today and see if that claim holds up. As you can see, it's an Amazon box. It's going to be a box in a box, discreet shipping. But let's go ahead and take care of that Amazon box here. All right, there we go. There's the Amazon box away, and I gotta say, I've taken in a few 5x5 lights, and this is by far the smallest box for any 5x5 light that I've had so far. So this is going to be interesting. But it's folded up inside of there. That's the trick. Check this out. All right. So this thing is a little smaller than I had expected, even folded out. So we're gonna see what this thing can do. You can see how massive this tent is. This is a 5x5. Like, companies that are shooting for a 5x5, they need to realize how big a 5x5 is. 5x5 is no 4x4 by any means. So we're gonna see if this little bad boy can stand up to the test. You can see it's got the dimmer and daisy chain function up there, like a lot of them are coming with now. They switched up the driver. No Meanwell driver now. They went with the same driver that HLG is using on their Scorpion series, the Inventronics driver. Let me get in a little closer on that for those of you that want to take a look at the particulars on that. There's the model number. And then they also switched it up on the diodes. They're going with Seoul semiconductor diodes. So a complete switch up from the SF previous models to the SF7000. It's a pretty sweet looking light though. I mean, like all their lights, they're pretty nice. It looks good. It looks like they may have beefed up the thickness of the board a little bit. Spider Farmer always had kind of thin boards for their heatsink. It was kind of one complaint people had. Another one people had, that their drivers were mounted to the back of the panel. As you can see, this one is not. It can be. If you'd like it to be, you can mount it to the back, or you can run it outside. I will be running it outside, because that's just the way I like to do things for heat and many other reasons. It's a cleaner look and everything. So yeah, pretty sweet though. I don't know if it'll do the 5x5, but I'm confident it'll do a 4x4. But man, a 5x5 is huge. So let's get this sucker hooked up and we will find out. Yeah, let's do this. All right, we are back and it is all hooked up. It was really easy to hang. It comes with a pretty decent hanging kit here. Pretty robust. It's not like the usual little tiny thin wire. It's actually a pretty thick wire, and then an actual like mini carabiner on the end here. Made it really easy to hang. Only 2 points to hang from. You can do it from all four, but it's much harder to get the balance. Right here it's balanced perfectly. We're at 29.5 inches because my meter is 5.5 inches, so it's a 24-inch canopy essentially, minus that 5.5 inches. So it's at 29.5 inches. And of course, I know you guys figured I probably forgot, but we got the heat meter, we got the PAR and spectrometer, and we got the meter, and we got the watt meter already hooked up and running. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and let's kick the cam for the watt meter on there, and then we'll get the meters out of the way. All right. And then taking a look at the manual here, shows the spectrum there, and we'll check it against my meter. And then some of the specifications for the SF series. I did notice that they'll probably want to update their SF7000. It looks like they were originally planning on using Samsung LM301Bs, but they went with the Seoul semiconductors. And I don't see that mentioned anywhere here. So they might want to update that. We got assembly instructions, all that good stuff. How to daisy chain them, suggested heights. I don't know if there's anything really too important in here. It doesn't want to turn to this other friggin' page. There we go. And then their warranty, I did notice that I think they may have changed their warranty a little bit. They made it kind of similar to the Mars warranty, where you have 90 days where they'll pretty much swap out anything if there's a problem, which a lot of times there will be a problem in the first 90 days if there's gonna be a problem. So I understand that, but then anything after 90 days, you have to pay shipping and repair fees, which kind of sucks. And then 1 to 3 years, you gotta pay freight back and forth and repair fees. So, yeah. I don't know why these companies, well, I do know why. They're trying to save money. They got somebody in the back room doing math, and they're trying to mitigate their losses by shortening their warranty, or limiting their warranty. I don't like it. A lot of companies are starting to do it. They're giving you really great components at a really good price, but I guess they're just banking on those components working, because they're not really giving you that good of a warranty long term. So a lot of companies are doing it. Sad to see Spider Farmer go into that, but I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? If you can get a good light at a good price and it's going to work for what you need it to, and you never have to use the warranty, you never have to worry about it. So that's the hope, is to just buy good enough parts that you don't have to worry about it. So we've got this hooked up. We got the driver on top of the tent. It's at minimum dimming. You can see it's running about 63 watts at the wall. Let's give it a quick test here. We'll turn on the par meter. Give it a quick center test. Looking at 111. And we'll compare the spectrum readout, mine to theirs. You can see it's got the little bump, just like it shows on theirs, and then the little peak there, and then the blue. Mine's showing less red though. Mine is showing less red. We'll see if it changes when it's turned up. It is at minimum right now, but I don't think it's going to change very much. Oh, there is a infrared in there. Wow. They stuffed an IR up in there. That's cool. Alright, so that 111, that's basically going to be like seedlings. Actually, let's see if we can get this to maybe just a little bit higher. A lot of people want me to figure out what height to use a giant light like this for seedlings. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just see. 158. That would be all right for them coming out of the ground just barely. Let's go a little bit higher. I'm barely bringing it up. 189, so about 200. That's pretty good for just seedlings coming out of the ground. So as far as where that is on the dimmer, that is one notch below 20%. For those of you that are going to get this light and you're going to want to put seedlings under it, that's where that is. All right, so let's turn this up to I think veg is probably going to be around 50%, 45%. So I'm going to see, I think this is going to probably be around where veg is. Let's take a look here. Oh, a little strong, 455. So let me come down a little bit. Bring it down to 40%. There we go. Perfect. All right, so for veg, at 24 inches off the canopy, you're looking at about 40%. You could probably go to 40%, honestly. Yeah, that didn't really change much at all. So 40% for veg. Wow, that's looking pretty good if it's only 40% for veg so far. That's not bad. Let's see where we hit flower. Let's go to 60% here. I can actually set it better with the camera because I can see it. There we go. All right, 60%. $6.14. Hell yeah. So that's where flower's gonna start right there, $6.14. And that's at 60% on the dial, running 320 watts. Right there. 320 watts at 60%. So let's I guess the only thing is now to just max it out. Let's max this sucker out. Let's go all the way up. All the way up. This thing's bright as hell. Pushing 610 watts. 610 watts. Wow. Holy shit. All right. Let's see what we got. Verdict is that it's fucking bright. I can't even see anything. I gotta take it out of here. 1088. Whoo, shit. This thing is bright. Damn, dude. 1088 at 24 inches. Daddy like. That's nice. Hella nice. Let's check a far edge here. So we'll check it, just no turning it. Let's see, right about in the middle there. $467. So that's with no help at all. Now if we turn it inwards a little bit, $569. Holy shit. This thing will fucking flower a 5x5. Are you kidding me? That thing's tiny. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. That's crazy. I bet it's gonna be less over on this side. I'm gonna get over to this side. Because the light's longer from this way to this way. It's longer. So it's gotta be less over here, right? Let me get around the light. I'll let the light stabilize from me bumping it here. Now I'm in the tent, so like I may be kind of blocking some of the light / absorbing some of it. But I'm gonna do my best to get this corner over here. Oh, I heard it hit something. There we go. All right. $444. And there again, I'm like in the tent, probably absorbing some of the light. $444. So if it's hitting close to 500, That's fine. You can flower with 500. Like, for real. I'm actually really surprised right now. Pleasantly surprised, which is great. Because usually I'm surprised the other way. Way too many times. But yeah, this is actually testing really well. Really, really well. Let's get some more, just some small readings here. And let's take a look at the spectrum too, now that we've got it turned up. Let's get to this edge here, the front edge. Zero reflection at all. We'll turn it in a little bit. Zero reflection. 513, dude. 513. This will legit do a 5x5. Wow. I'm blown away right now. What kind of wizardry are they doing in South Korea with these Seoul diodes? Holy shit. So let's take a look at the spectrum. If we even can. Here, let me turn this light down. Shit. It's so bright I can't see anything. Alright, there we go. Now we can maybe compare something. Alright. Nope, still low. Still low. They're saying they've got a little bit more red than what I'm showing compared to the blue. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. So, really good for veg. It's gonna be amazing for veg. It'll definitely crush the shit out of everything. And at those par ratings, it'll work for flower. That's for sure. But it would probably benefit to have some supplemental red to go along with it, because it is lacking just a little bit versus some of the other lights in the category on the red. But holy crap, dude. This thing's pushing almost 1100 to the middle and about 500 to each edge. That is amazing. That is killing the game. I'm blown away. I mean, you heard me at the beginning. I was like, this little tiny thing, come on, man. Come on, they need to learn. I was about ready to school them. Be like, look, your light does not work in a 5x5. And they schooled me. They're like, look, it does work in a 5x5. That's pretty amazing. That is pretty damn amazing. So, hell yeah. Run the driver outside. Let's go ahead and crank this thing back up to 100%. We're gonna let it warm up so that we can do the thermal test. But damn, that is bright. That is incredibly, incredibly bright. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And way easier to install than any other 5x5 light I've ever installed. And came in a smaller packaging and discreet shipping, which is also different from every other 5x5 light that I've ever had. So, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Let's let it warm up. We'll take some heat readings and then we'll wrap it up. Forgot to show you guys, we are at 29 inches. Like I was saying, 29.5 inches. Because the meter is 5.5 inches, so that simulates a 24-inch canopy. Alright, so this thing's been at 100% for about an hour or so now. So let's take a look at the thermal readings here. Looking like 128, almost 129 is the hottest point on the fixture there with the red number. $126, $127 over there. It's looking $128, $129 over in this corner. $128. $128. Yeah. So I mean, just as you would expect, it's got some hot spots right where the quantum boards are. So I mean, right where the boards are, that's the hottest point on the back. But I don't see anything that's like too crazy outside of range 128's not bad. It's definitely in line with most of the other stuff that I've tested. So nothing crazy out of range here. That's good. That's good. Overall, this light seems to be really nice. Really nice. I'm super impressed with it so far. And actually, let me turn my meter back on. I want to get a reading of the driver up here. See if I can get a reading of that. See if I can angle my camera here. Just letting my meter warm up again. I just turned it off and I was like, oh shit, wait. I want to do more. So let's see if we can get that. Oh man, this is really hard. Alright. So 125. This is such a weird angle to hold both of these meters, or the camera and the meter at. So 125 on the driver. Yep. Loving the new meters. Absolutely love them. Money well spent. Dropped like $1,300 on meters. But I'm loving every minute of it. I'm loving it. Hopefully you guys are too. I think the new meters make the review a whole hell of a lot better, with a whole hell of a lot more information. I dig it. So yeah, hopefully you guys are a fan of these new reviews I'm doing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Another review in the books. This is a great one though. Till next time, happy growing.